Hello and welcome to another healthy dose of English Digest. I'm Seb.
And I'm Sam.
And today we've got a very useful episode for any of you who have caught the travel bug. You know, that go-go feeling of, I want to go somewhere now. I have always got the travel bug. What about you, Sam?
I'm more like not so outdoor kind of guy.
Oh, okay. So you're more of we could say that you are a homebody then. So you could say someone has the travel bug when they want to travel, or that they are a homebody when they might like to, just like chill out at home.
Yeah, watch Netflix. Play PlayStation.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, that sounds like a good day too.
Yeah.
Anyway, people like traveling, people don't like traveling, but we know that when we travel, it's not all smooth sailing. 不是一帆风顺. So sometimes, thank you. So sometimes we can run into one or two difficulties when we're traveling. So Sam, what challenges have you run into on your travels?
The most recent one would be that the flight was cancelled due to a strike.
Ugh,
yeah,
no,
so
that's
I have
never
to
good.
Reschedule everything.
Did they pay for your flight?
They pay for my new flight, and they also offer accommodation. But still, it's like really annoying.
It is. You've taken the time off work. You only have so much time to go traveling, and you're losing some days. Okay, and that's not it, actually. Another issue that we can run into is technology, or the lack of technology, the lack thereof. These days, we all like to use apps and the internet to book our hotels, our tickets, but some places don't use these. And what do you do when you run into that kind of situation? Well, you have to write a letter or an email to book a room for the night. But how do we do it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be looking at in today's writing assignment. Okay, so if you turn to your magazines now, you will see that in today's writing assignment, we are going to be writing a 120-word letter under the name Lisa King or Matthew Harper. Our goal is to book a room and give the hotel a list of our needs and requirements. It's a very useful skill to have, isn't it, Sam?
Yes, it's very useful. And 好，所以呢，我们出国旅游的时候免不了需要订房喽。若是没有订房网站，你该如何写信订房呢？今天呢，我们就要写一封120字以上的信函，向饭店订房，并且列出你的需求。信末署名呢，不要用你自己的名字哦，你要用 Lisa King 或者是呢这个 Matthew Harper。现在的订房系统都已经很方便了，你可以不管是用这个手机 app 也好，这个上网站订都好。但是呢，可能有一些比较传统的饭店或者是服务呢，还是你需要写个信或是打电话来订哦。那订房的时候很重要的资讯，注意到我们一定要讲的是，包含要有几间房，有多少人要入住，以及入住的时间哦，不要写错月份或日期。OK， 这个呢，到了目的地才发现你没有订到房间就很危险咯。
Yeah.
那呢，除了订房资讯外呢，你也可以说明一下你需要帮助的状况，或者是询问饭店的服务。像是呢有没有 WiFi 啊，有没有干洗啊，或者是呢像是因为我是出差，或者是呢因为我有这个行动不便的这个同行旅客需要协助等等，这些事情呢都可以在我们的信件里面呢来询问，或者是呢跟饭店告知。
And I remember before people used to always ask for smoking or non-smoking rooms as well, which is something that's changed a little bit now. That doesn't mean that the room is on fire. It means if you want to smoke in your hotel room or not, because, it gets that nasty smell.
Yeah.
And if you don't smoke, you might not like that. But we're healthy people. We like non-smoking rooms, so let's use that in our letter. Exactly. So even in this era of app bookings and the internet, it's still useful to know how to clearly convey what you want and need to your accommodation. So, in fact, even if you're a fan of Airbnb, and I definitely am, you can use a lot of the stuff you learned today to communicate with your host in the future if you have some special requests. Because even though today we can use like an app to ask for a lot of the things, like how many nights and what day, you might need to say, I'm a vegetarian, I need this, I need that.
Yeah.
And a lot of what we're doing today is very useful. So let's pay lots of careful attention today. Anyway, let's get on to planning, and it's time to develop our approach. So first off, what do we need to pay attention to while we're writing one of these letters?
好的，今天呢，我们这个写作这个信函呢是要写给饭店的订房信函。虽然说呢是写给饭店哦，它不用太过于正式，不用像这个商业书信，但是呢一样哦，写信的时候格式非常重要。这里面呢你要注意的重点呢包含了这个称谓，包含了日期，包含了你最后要有一个结尾语和署名。
Right, so even though this letter we are writing this month is not a very formal one, it does still have a pretty defined structure. We're not just going to want to make sure that what we are writing in the letter is in first person. We're also going to have to think about another few elements. So, for example, the title, date, closing, and signature. So titles are very important in letter writing. They're the first thing we write in the letter when we say where we say who we are speaking to and what we want. So some common formal ones for formal letters could be Dear Sir or Dear Madam or Dear Staff. That's when we're writing to everybody who works for a specific company or a hotel. Another that I commonly use is just to write Dear and then the name of the hotel I'm writing to. So, for example, Dear Rest Inn, for example, you could also say.
好，写信的时候呢，我们通常都是用第一人称因为你是在跟这个收到信的人对话。那这个收到信的人是谁呢？在今天这封信的 title 称谓呢，就会比较特别一点了。因为呢，你不认识饭店的人，所以你也不知道呢他是 Tom 还是 Alex 还是谁会收到这封信。所以呢，在这边 Seb 就提醒大家了，这个时候呢，你就可以写，比方说比较正式一点 ，Dear Sir、Dear Madam 是女士先生，或者是呢 Dear Staff 在这边工作的人员，或者是呢，你也可以 Dear 这个饭店的名字也可以哦。OK， 那另外还有一个用法呢，叫做 To whom it may concern。OK， 这个呢就是我们中文说的近期者，致有关人士。OK， 这个呢通常是在写信给客服的时候呢会这样使用。那写给饭店呢，当然也是可以这么使用了。
Yes, that's a very useful one, to whom it may concern. It's also worth noting with openers like to whom it may concern that you should avoid them if possible for job applications. But when you're trying to find work somewhere, it's always very good for you to do a little research first. And one of the things you should always do is try and find out the name of the person who is hiring for the job. So when you write to whom it may concern, normally it's formal, but for job applications, it looks lazy. So avoid it when you're asking for a job.
OK， 好，所以呢，我们再回到我们的信件本身哦，我们已经这个打过招呼了，要开始讲我们的这个正文了。这封信件呢，正文里面需要包含的资讯呢，首先一定最重要的就是你自己的名字，是谁在订房。再来呢，你住房的时间跟你特别的需求 ，OK， 饭店呢才知道你是谁，什么时候要入住，有没有什么事情需要他们来帮你了。
And lastly, we need to take a look at how we are going to end our letter. So for this, we're going to need a closing and a signature. That's a 结尾语和书名. So your closing is basically the conclusion of the letter, a quick, polite line to let the reader know that you're finishing. One really good one is, I look forward to your prompt reply, which basically means I'm looking forward to hearing back from you soon. Prompt there, which is P-R-O-M-P-T, means to do something quickly in not much time. So I hope you write back to me soon. And it sounds a lot more polite than please write back soon, for example.
OK， 好，所以呢，写完信最后呢，记得我们要署名是谁寄的，这时候就需要结尾语。那在结语之前呢，刚刚 Seb 就提醒大家，你可以写一个信让大家知道你大概要讲完了。比方说呢，很期待呢你这个快速的回复我。那注意到呢，最后一句我们刚刚说 Please write back soon， 这个有一点太直接，比较没有礼貌。你可以说 I look forward to your prompt reply。OK， 期待你尽快回复我这样子。那在这个讲完之后呢，接下来我们结尾语呢，一般我们通常看到的像是这个 sincerely yours， 或者是呢这个 best regards、kind regards 等等，这些呢就是我们的结尾语。那最后呢，在这个信件结尾下方空一行的这个右下角，或者是你也可以自左对齐，都可以哦。这边，然后在这个结尾下面再来，最后是你自己的署名、你的签名，这样子，信件就结束了。
And the thing about the closers is we can actually use a lot of other different ones depending on our listener. So the ones we've just mentioned are very good for formal letters. Another one we could use is maybe respectfully yours as well, which we would maybe is a little bit even more formal than what we've said now. But if you're writing to a friend, for example, you don't need to use any of these. You could just say thanks, thank you. In the UK, we use cheers a lot as well,
yes.
which doesn't just mean ganbei. We also say cheers to mean thank you as well. So cheers. And if it's your mum or something like that, you can say lots of love. Maybe don't say lots of love to the hotel. But, you're writing one to family members, you can say something like lots of love as well. Okay, so we've got the basic ingredients for our letter. It's time to work on the recipe. We're going to build a structure for the body of our letter by planning out content using some topic sentences. So what is a topic sentence again first?
Topic sentence 呢，就是我们说的这个主题句哦。主题句呢，它就用来点出我们文章的主旨。通常呢，在文章的一开始呢，就可以破题把主题句用出来哦，让这个读者呢一开始就看到这个主题句，马上呢就知道说我们这篇文章呢要讲的内容是什么。
Exactly. So you will notice with some badly written English language articles, stories, letters, when they don't have a good topic sentence, sometimes you can get very confused about what the writer is actually talking about.
Yeah.
Because, if there's too much of an introduction or it's too, 啰嗦, then you kind of start to get a feeling of, hey, what is the point of this? We need to know the point, especially when we're reading something like a letter, because with correspondence, things have to be quite direct. They have to be very clear. People don't have a lot of time. So for a letter about booking a room, the topic is going to be quite simple. We're just going to write down something like, I am writing to book a room at your hotel. So as soon as we read that, we know exactly what we're talking about. And in fact, because letters are supposed to be simpler and straight to the point, we can actually use something that simple to start our letter. We don't need a big fancy opening. We can just say, Dear Rest Inn, I am writing to book a room at your hotel. Short and sweet. You don't have to do anything more difficult than that.
好的，所以呢，主题句呢就应该要简单明了，让这个读的人，让读者呢马上就知道我们要讲什么。以今天这个信件写作来说呢，主旨当然就是订房这件事情。一开始呢，我们就讲清楚，让饭店知道你是要来订房的，不用啰嗦，不用太多这个华丽的词汇哦，你就是简单让他知道，我们就是要来订房，这样就可以了。
Yes, no dearest sir or madams, no how was your day today? The weather here is quite sunny. We're cutting through that. We're going straight to our topic sentence. And now that we have it, we're going to be writing down a bullet list of all the details we want to accompany that topic sentence. Because if I just say, I'm writing to book a room at your hotel, there's a lot of questions we have afterwards. When are you staying? How many people are coming? So those are things that we might want to note down underneath our topic sentence in our planning. So, for example, why are we traveling? We could say, I am coming for business. I'm coming for leisure. Remember, leisure is something we do for fun. We could also say how many of us are staying. Are we 5 people, 6 people, just one person for a single room? And are we students, friends, or are we a family? These are all good things for the host or the hotel to know, because their accommodation might be good for you or it might not be good for you. And we can also say how many rooms we want. We might all want to be in one massive room for 20 people, or we might all want individual one-person rooms. These are all good details to add. So is there anything else we could add?
If the hotel provides some special assistance, like if they provide dry cleaning service, or we have someone who's in a wheelchair, something like that.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, OK. 所以除了刚刚提到的这个我们非常重要你的订房资讯之外呢，还记不记得我们刚刚提到有什么特殊需求想要询问的需要帮忙的，都可以在这个后面接着继续写了。比方说呢 We want a suite with a double bed, 2 single beds and a crib. OK, 我们需要这个房间是特殊的房型。OK, 那这边呢补充给大家 ，single room 就是单人房哦。那如果是双人房呢，有分 double room 跟 twin room。OK, double room 呢是有一张床的。OK, 一张床睡2个人。那 twin 呢就是有2张单人床，所以看你是跟谁一起去，要订怎么样的双人房很重要。那另外呢，在我们的范例文章里面呢，他还讲到说，他想要这个 a room on an upper floor would be ideal。OK, 他想要一个在这个比较高楼层的房间呢，是对他来说是比较好的。那另外呢，他还想要怎么样 ？We would also like to book a tour and dinner。他想要预定一个行程去观光的，还有这个他想要预定晚餐。OK， 所以这些资讯呢，在你的文章里面都可以写出来，让饭店知道你的需求。
Yes, we're going to be seeing that when we get to the letters themselves in a minute. One thing that you will notice, though, if you go on booking.com or, hotel bookers, hostel bookers, you might notice that even though we've got all of this vocab, single room, double room, twin room, sometimes they have very strange, different, and fancy sounding names for everything.
Yes.
So we could talk about a standard room, which is normal. It normally means the cheapest room. A deluxe room, a executive suite. All of these are just kind of fancy marketing-y words which sound nicer. So with those, normally you just click on them, find out the information.
Yeah.
And in your letter, you can put something like that. So if you see that they call it the deluxe room, you can say, I would like to stay in a deluxe room, please. And one last one we can throw in here is penthouse. Now, a penthouse, we could also call it a presidential suite, is probably the fanciest possible place that you could stay. So they're normally on the very top floor of massive hotels, and you get almost an entire floor to yourself.
Yeah.
Basically, celebrities, kings, queens, people with a lot of money stay in penthouses. So maybe you won't need to put that in your letter, because by the time you have enough money to stay in a penthouse, you can just get someone to write the letter for you. So now, lastly, we just need to think about our concluding sentence, which in a 120-word letter doesn't have to be anything fancy. Again, it can just be something like, thank you for your time, and I look forward to your confirmation. Or as we said just now, I look forward to your prompt reply. Right, now we are going to write our letter. So let's check out some examples, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Basic sample. Dear Sir or Madam, I am writing to book a room at your hotel for February 24th to 28th. My family and I are traveling for a vacation and need a quiet and comfortable place to stay. There are 5 of us, including my parents, myself, and my 2 younger siblings. We want to request a suite with a double bed and 2 single beds, as well as a crib. A room on an upper floor away from any noises would be ideal. We would also like to book your ocean park tour and dinner activity for February 25th. Thank you for your time and attention, and I look forward to getting confirmation of our booking. Sincerely yours, Lisa King. Okay, so there are a couple of things I really liked about this letter. I mean, firstly, it's very short and sweet. It's very clear, very straightforward. So the second sentence, my family and I are traveling for a vacation, is a really good one because it's always good to state why you are looking for a hotel room, as that might help the hotel find you a more suitable room. So think about if Lisa had said she was traveling for business, for example, or urgent business. If she was doing that, then she might need a quiet hotel, one which maybe doesn't have too many, students or doesn't have a lot of nighttime activities. Some hotels are more for partying and things like that.
Yes.
And if someone says, I'm coming here for a conference, that's not a good hotel for them. And the hotel manager doesn't want you to stay either because you'll probably leave a bad review if you're in a noisy place, the same way that a young person might not like staying in a business hotel. So if she had said that she was on business, do you think the hotel would have reacted in the same way? Or
maybe not. Yeah, if I were the hotel staff, I would probably propose more service. Like if you are here for business, do you need to book a meeting room? And if you're here for leisure, like we have a great tour, we can propose this for some extra charge.
Yes, exactly. So it's not just the type of the hotel, but, the services they provide are good for some people and not good for others. Lastly, there's the conditional would be ideal. Now, this is another really good bit of formal English, especially for requesting things. When we say something would be ideal, we're saying that we want it in an indirect way. So instead of saying, I want a room on an upper floor, I can say it would be ideal if I had a room on an upper floor. If I had one, I would be happy. So I'm saying, please give me a room on an upper floor.
OK，would 或是 could 呢，这些情态助动词呢，在今天的信件写作里面特别好用哦，因为它们本身就带有这个可能的意思。比较会像是这个，可以的话，可不可以、这样子比较有礼貌的用法。例如在这边呢，他说 would be ideal， 如果可以的话呢，就太好了。这种用这个 would could 就可以营造这种比较委婉一点的语气。
Exactly. So this is actually, it's not just for written English, we can use this in spoken English too. So if you ever end up working in the UK or in the US, you might hear people say, it would be great if blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It would be ideal if, or it would be desirable if. And that is basically their way of saying, could you please, could do this, that, and the third. So you'll hear this in nice ways and not so nice ways as well. You can actually be a little bit rude with this as well.
Yeah.
So I could say, it would be ideal if you left now, is saying, please go away. Just in a very roundabout kind of way.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at the advanced sample now. Advanced sample. Dear staff, I am writing to inform you that I wish to make a reservation for 3 double bedrooms at your hotel. Our party of 6 will check in on July 12th and will depart that same week on July 16th. We are a group of friends who will be spending a few days in town for a graduation trip. One is a wheelchair user, so we will need an accessible room on the ground floor for his convenience. For the other rooms, we simply request non-smoking rooms that have plenty of natural light and access to Wi-Fi. Also, we would like to reserve a table at the hotel restaurant for the evening of July 15th. We will wait for your instructions on how to pay for the rooms. Please reply with a booking confirmation as soon as it is convenient. And thank you very much for your time and attention. Kind regards, Matthew Harper. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. Obviously, this is a more detailed letter than the first one, as the English is a little bit more advanced. There's a couple of tricky structures here, but also some really good phrases as well. So let's dive into a couple of them now. Firstly, Matthew mentioned a party of 6, and we're not talking about a birthday party here. We're talking about a group of 6 people. So party is actually an older English, like a early modern English or an old English way of saying group. So a party of people, we could also say a political party as well, is a political group. A party of 6 is a group of 6 people. The writer is saying we are a group of 6 people. He also used check-in, which is a very useful one that you absolutely need when you're talking about hotels and airports and almost anything else travel-related. So you can check in at the check-in counter in an airport or at the reception or hotel lobby in a hotel. And when you check out, you do the opposite. You're saying that you're leaving, you're getting your keys back, etc.
好，所以呢，看到我们这个文章里面，他讲说 party of 6这个用法呢，其实就是讲说我们6个人哦，我们一群人有6个人。那注意到这个 party 呢，不是你真的要办一个 party 的这个 party， 它是呢表示说跟 group 是一样的意思，是一群人，是一个团体的意思哦。比方说像是政党，就是用 party 这个字。那不管在饭店入住或是飞机登机呢，我们都会用到这个单词check in。check in 就是我们中文说的报到。那呢，你可能会去一个，比方说在饭店，可能是在这个 reception 一个前台报到，或者是呢在机场，它可能是一个 check-in counter， 你要在柜台来办理报到，告诉他们说呢，你来了要入住了，或是等等会坐这个飞机，不要把我的定位或是订房给取消了。那相反的呢，当你这个饭店住完要离开的时候，你记得要 check out，OK， 就是要离开这个饭店的时候，要跟饭店说你已经离开了。
So we also saw another very useful phrase, for his convenience. And that's basically another way of saying for him or to make things easier for him. Here we're talking about the friend that is in a wheelchair. So for his convenience, they would like a room on the ground floor because that will make things easier for him to get in and out of his room. So you'll hear for his convenience or for your convenience being used a lot on public announcements. So for example, for your convenience, this bus is installed with Wi-Fi. In other words, this bus is installed with Wi-Fi that you can use. Or we could also talk about something being for your safety or your comfort. So, for example, for your safety, this airplane is fitted with smoke detectors. It's something you hear every single time you take off and land.
好的，在我们这篇范例文章里面呢，就有一位朋友是使用轮椅了，所以呢，我们需要一间在1楼的房间。在这里我们看到呢，他就说 for his convenience 这个片语呢，就是表示让他比较方便了，为了他的方便。这个 for 谁的后面再加上一个名词，就表示说为了谁的什么目的。这个很常见的用法呢，很常在公共场所有广播的时候会听到。比方说，像你在搭捷运的时候，很常听到 for your safety 为了您的安全，或者是呢 for your comfort 为了您的舒适等等。
We also saw booking confirmation as well, and this is one for you guys to remember. Whenever you buy plane tickets, train tickets, book a hotel room, or reserve anything else important, you'll receive a booking confirmation. So booking confirmation comes from the verb to book, which just means to reserve. So booking confirmation is just a message, normally an email, that lets you know that your booking has been received. So mentioning that at the end of the letter works well as a little reminder that you want the hotel to send you one. And that's important because sometimes you'll have to show it later on to show that you have reserved your room. So other similar things that you might want to ask at the end of a booking letter or email include travel itinerary. You might want a travel itinerary if you are booking a flight, and that is similar to a booking confirmation, but this one shows, what airport you're taking off from, what time, what airline, what flight number, all of the important information that you might need on the day. And we also have the phrase boarding pass here, and boarding pass is the ticket that you get to board a plane, boat, sometimes trains, but often we just call train tickets. We don't use boarding pass.
好，刚刚讲说呢，这个订房定位要报到，但是在报到之前，别忘了你应该要收到一封什么东西呢？就是这个 booking confirmation， 就是你预定的这个确认信。confirmation 就是确认的意思哦。所以如果你写了信跟饭店说要订房，饭店没有回复你，你要记得催他哦，或者要订别间房，不要傻傻的以为呢，写信给他就有房间住，可能他更没收到，或者他已经客满了，他没有回你这个确认。记得要收到确认信才表示你是预定成功了。那另外呢，在旅行的时候，很常还会这个收到的。要注意的还有这几个东西。首先呢是这个 itinerary 就是这个中文翻译为行程表。比方说呢，你这个班机的时间表，你的是什么时间起飞，什么航空公司，然后搭机地点是在哪个机场哪个航厦等等，这些资讯呢都会在你的 itinerary 在你的行程表上面看到。那另外呢，在你登机报到完成后会收到这张 boarding pass 就是你的机票或者你的船票。 OK， 千万不要弄丢，因为等一下呢你就是要用这张 pass 来上飞机来搭飞机咯。
All right, so by now you'll have a good idea of how to book yourself into a hotel room for your next trip. That's your travel crisis averted. Okay, so that's the end of our letter writing exercise, unfortunately. So you have all the tools to get your letter written out now, plan your trip, and bon voyage, I guess.
Yes.
Have a great journey. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have. I've got a flight to catch, so I'm going now. I'll see you next time for more interesting stuff on English Digest. But I'm Seb.
I'm Sam.
And we'll see you again next time.
Bye.